right, we are live. Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Thief 3, or Thief Deadly Shadows, if you prefer. Last time, when we left off, we had finished... You have your choice of the order to do missions 2 and 3 in. You can do the Hammerite mission, St. Edgar's Eve, or the Pagan mission into the Pagan Sanctuary first. I decided to change it up from literally every playthrough I've ever done and do the Pagan Sanctuary first. So today, we are going to be doing St. Edgar's, as well as probably the city day 3. Hi DLF, good to see you. Welcome back, my friend. Always a pleasure. So I left off right at the entrance to the mission without playing the briefing, so we could refresh the briefing at the beginning of the new episode, which I think makes a lot of sense. So here we are.
I ain't doing nothing. You can't pin anything on me.
Just wait for the guard to walk away. And we'll roll over here and start the mission. Maybe. Hi Lemming King, hi Lone Wonder. Good to see you. Here we go. Struggling with the cutscene. A rod of iron in the flame is transfigured and is no more. Thou canst never return unchanged from the forge. Rite of ordination to Master Forger.
St. Edgar's Church. This is where the Hammerite fanatics keep the chalice, a so-called holy relic. It's what the keepers are asking me to steal if I want to see their prophecies for myself. The chalice might not be worth much on the street, but every Hammer church has a nice pile of wealth stashed away. No reason not to fill my pockets while I'm here. This particular temple holds the crypt of some long-ago Hammerite hero, St. Edgar. Today was his holy day, so there's an all-night service. That might work in my favor if they're all sitting down praying, instead of looking for sinners to smite. Chances are they'll have anything they think is holy locked up pretty tight. I'll have to make sure they don't do the same to me. I'm not interested in the Hammerite brand of justice.
Finesse. Planning. It's the only way.
Right, that guy outside. I don't know if I said hi to everybody. Hello, Lemming. So good to see you, as always. Welcome back. And hello, Lone Wonder. Always a pleasure. I'm doing great today. I really am. I'm in such a good mood. How are you, sir? The objectives. Break into St. Edgar's Church. Find and steal the Builder's Chalice. Once you've completed all your objectives, return to your entry point to the front courtyard. It should still have us on expert if everything's working well. It does. Lovely. Yeah, gear is... Remember, gear is persistent from mission to mission. But we do have the map of St. Edgar's. We lifted it off of those thugs in front of the church. So, the front courtyard of the church. West courtyard, storage area, factory and reliquary. East courtyard, barracks, high priest's chambers. Fair enough. Let's begin. That sounds good, Lone Wonder. My girlfriend and I saw the new Candyman last night. It was good. It was spooky. It was on point with its commentary. I really enjoyed it. Alright. Here we are. Oh, I forgot what the different quick save buttons are. There we go. We're good. Alright, so we begin in the front courtyard. We got hammers.
Builder, lead me against the dark towards the light. Fire of the forge, water of the chalice, hammer of the god. What in...
That was a little hard to see. I mean, he's in it for about 10 seconds. I would call Tony Todd's role in the new one a cameo, but he's in it.
Fire of the forge, water of the chalice, hammer of the god. Ha!
What was interesting about it to me is, and it's definitely unclear until you go see the movie, but story-wise, it is very much a direct sequel to the first movie. You know, none of the trailers or marketing made that precisely clear, but it is, and it's pretty well done. There we go. Yeah, it's a direct it's kind of like it's a direct sequel that exists on the timeline of the original movie with you know, Virginia Madsen and Tony Todd, assuming that took place in 1992, and it is now. I think the movie's set in 2019 because, you know, it had release delays because this. I don't know if you heard, there was a little there were some global events between 2019 and now, but it operates as though the original movie happened in 1992, and this is a direct sequel set now, and it's pretty good. I really enjoyed it.
If 'tis there, we'll speak again.
Come on, Duder.
What? 'Tis too large a sound for a rat.
Alright, so I lifted the key off the first Duder.
Art thou there? Hello? In truth, what canst that be I spy? Come out!
That was ridiculous. The light gem was completely dark. Completely dark, I tell you. I also just had really bad timing on the moment he actually decided to turn. Definitely more of that, if I'm being honest. He's also got a key. A little redundant at this point, but it's you can tell the key is identical because it didn't list a new key as going into my inventory. Got him. Okay, onward. So starting off here in the front courtyard, now that we are without opponents, we can get 2 copper coins out of the collection dish. 25 each, 1% loot. So we can just go in the front door. It's generally not a good idea. There's a pretty good way in over here. This is where I'm going to start. You can climb up the crate and the pipes and get onto this second floor balcony. Objective complete. Break into St. Edgar's Church. Very nice. Alright, we got reading material here. The condemned man spake upon the day of his execution to the brethren, I am innocent, do not cut off my head on this day. A wise brother tested the man, saying, If thou art innocent, thou canst set thy soul to rights by reciting the builder's holy prayer. Fearful the condemned man spake, But I am too afraid to remember, I cannot. The wise brother replied, Fear never visits the innocent man. Even if thou art innocent of crime, thou art surely guilty of heresy. A righteous death shall cleanse thee of sin. So was the condemned man's head cleft from his body, and was innocence visited upon him that day. Yeah, hammers. Alright, we got a copper candlestick in here. Takes me to 2%. And... I believe it's up this direction. There's a hammer patrolling who actually carries a purse.
Ha! Thy escape!
Terrible timing. I really just need to be more patient and watch them for a second when I find them. Yeah, the ones that carry candles are interesting beasts in this game. Let's get his purse. That's 50. Brings my loot total to 4%. We can have him take a nap. And when you knock out a guard who's carrying a light source like that, it'll eventually go out on its own. I think it takes 30 seconds or something like that. I think I can pinch back to the front door this way. I don't think I want to, though. Not yet. I believe there's still too many dudes happening in there. Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Although it's usually their torches don't damage them, do they? I thought it was always the they landed on their own swords sometimes when you knock guards out in this game. That was my recollection anyway. All right. All right, so in here, this book you'll notice is gleaming. The Codex of the Admonitions, 107%, and it's our first piece of special loot. Go figure. Pretty neat, isn't it?
Builder, grant me thy strength for mine arm, to smite thy enemies in thy name and for thy purpose.
Builder, grant me...
I don't want to trigger those guys yet. It was a mistake to cross into the chapel. So I'm going to loop back around through the opposite balcony so I can get to the east side of everything without triggering their conversation or patrol. Wonder... Can't remember if this way is good enough. I think so. Yeah, we're good this way.
Builder,
Oops.
grant...
Basically, I want to be on the first level when I trigger those guys, so I can be paying attention to their actual movements. Let's get this one first. You have a nap, my good fellow. Oh, come on. That seems like a fine place for you. Now we're up here, more or less on our own. So this room has a pile of copper coins. Inside this dish we can pick up 25 gold, 8%. We also have reading material. And so did the son come unto his father, and saith he, Woe unto me, for hath I nothing to eat. Father, give me that which I need. And so didst his father give to him an iron chisel, and saith he, Go into the world, and builder grant thee the fruits of thy labor. The next day did the son come unto his father, and saith he, Woe unto me, for I can do naught with this chisel. Father, give me that which I need. And the father didst give him a hammer of fine wood and metal, and saith he, Go into the world, and builder grant thee the fruits of thy labor. And so did the son return, and saith he, Woe unto me, for I cannot eat these, I cannot use these to catch fish or gather crops. Father, give me that which I need. And the father didst cleave the begging hand from his son, and saith he, The builder hath granted thee the fruits of thy labor, which is naught. Hi, Karis. Always a pleasure to have you. Welcome in. We're just getting started. Doing St. Edgar's today. Alright, I'm going to go to the main chapel now just to take care of those patrollers right quick. I'll trigger their conversation from a spot where I can actually watch them. Oh yeah. I missed the fire arrow and the torch sconce there. And we can operate out of the central chamber and loot it, because there's quite a bit of good stuff in here. We can also move these guys out into the front courtyard, which definitely feels wise to me in both cases, not just the one. I thought there was an elevator in here. I guess not. Not a problem. It's a short jog to where I left the second one. Right here. Alright, I think at this juncture there are just 2 guys in the central chapel, maybe 3. But once I trigger them, at least one of them starts wandering around the level, and as I range farther out, more guys can patrol in there, so just trying to keep my AI count under control. Nicely managed. I sort of targeting my order of operations here. Alright, that one goes down. We'll make a save. And now we can trigger their conversation and deal with them.
Builder, grant me thy
3.
strength for mine arm, to smite thy enemies in thy name and for thy purpose.
Builder, grant me protection from the evil of the trickster, from the malice of those who would follow him in their dark forest.
So shalt the Master Builder keep and watch over us. So shalt his forge scorch the unrighteous and burn away all that which is impure and of the earth. So shalt his blessed servant Saint Edgar serve as the messenger to his power. Praise to thee, Lord Builder, and praise to thee, Saint Edgar, thou who didst drink from the chalice and cleanse the land of unworthy in thy righteousness. As thou hast directed, Master Forger Gretus, my brethren shall summon thee as they retire from their works. 'Tis well, but make sure 'tis done in a timely fashion. Last month, several brethren sounded the bell far too late in the eve. If I spy any brother late at his work, shalt I then tell him he needs must receive thy blessing and tarry no longer?
New note. Alright. If the high priest hears the church bell, he will leave his room and go to the church to bestow a blessing. See, this is useful knowledge.
On this St. Edgar's night, let the flame burn without ceasing. Let the Builder cleanse my soul, as he cleansed the land this...
Alright, you're up first, fella. Just gonna take him outside. With his buddies here. Not the one I was looking for, but we'll go ahead and take him down. Yeah, I think the other one actually just tailed the high priest directly to his quarters and is now posted up outside. Everybody napping out here. It's all good.
Are my eyes seeing rightly? I have only imagined it.
Truly.
Again? Who? Yes? Doth someone skulk over there?
That's a negative, boyo.
Where be thee now? She's gone.
Must have been the wind. Must have been rats. That's my favorite. Must have been rats. Quintessential. Okay, we can go ahead and open this one now. This courtyard is relatively safe. More paths, more ways to go. That's the last time I jump for rats. Hi, dude. Welcome back. So good to see you. Just a boiler, this? Must have been a rookie. Oh yeah, no, the mechanists reciting their stock lines, even though they're decidedly in a land of no boilers. Alright, buddy. Come on down here. I wonder if I can use these crates to get up behind him. Sure looks like they might have intended that.
Let our next blow strike home.
In truth!
No, can't get behind him. I have to pull him off the wall. We do know the lines too well. Although, no we don't. No such thing as
How dost
too
thou?
well.
Odd noise.
Come here,
Why?
buddy.
Where camest that noise?
Yeah, go make your way down. It's a good idea. Excellent. Lovely hearing archaic English. Alright, so with all those guys down, I suppose I can just go ahead and do what the designers intended. And I can use I will use the church bell. I never do what the designers intended. I'm always like, no, no, no. Ghost extra challenge. So, as many times as I've played Thief in my various channels, I don't think I have ever played these missions the way the designers clearly meant for you to play them, to the extent that they even give you a note about it. Let's pull the high priest out of his chambers with the church bell.
Not very thief-like to make such a racket. I hope once is enough to drag the old priest out of his room. I better get out of here before someone starts wondering who rang the bell.
So that is supposed to summon him back to the church. Then I'll be able to knock him out in here. In theory. Here he comes. It worked. Worked like a charm. He's on his way. Garrett has dialogue for ringing the bell. Who knew? I've literally never played this mission the way they clearly meant you to play it.
Take up that yoke. And his title, of course. What was...
Good night, Master Forger Gretus. Alright, now I feel pretty good about actually looting the central chamber. I will start upstairs. I bet they are all going to be fabulously confused when they wake up in a pile in the front courtyard of their church in the morning. No, Thief 3 does not have pickpocket stats. And, disarming them with their wands, like... I'm glad it doesn't, because you can take away their wand and it makes it so they can't do magic attacks. You can do that to pagan shamans, too. But, they're junk items. They don't go into they don't go into your inventory. So once you have it, you have to, like, back off and find a place to drop it without making noise. Or else you'll alert them. So, I'm glad there's no pickpocket stat that makes me feel compelled to do that. Alright, so on the upper level of the central chamber here, we have a gold candlestick, 75, 11%. And now we can go down to the bottom level. That was pretty neat. I did what the designers meant for me to do. And I got the high priest out of his room that way. Alright. Alright, so we have 2 diamond goblets on the central table, 150 each, 16 and 21%. Let's do our reading material. Brothers, High Priest Gretus doth keep the holy symbol now in his chambers. The holy symbol of the Master Forger hath the imprint of the builder's grace direct from blessed Saint Edgar. 'Tis the mark of leadership, and hath many other uses. Pray for he who shoulders this burden, High Priest Gretus. Yes, Lemming, I believe he does. Which is why it was good I got rid of that guy first. New objective. Steal the High Priest's holy symbol from his chambers. Fair enough. More reading material. The glory of Saint Edgar. Excuse me. 'Twas the dawning of the last day of battle, and Saint Edgar didst see that his forces hadst but a few men left hale and unwounded. Then didst he kneel before the chalice, and didst give entreaty to the builder to gift him with death to his foes or his own death. If it be thy will that the foe fall, grant me thy strength to seek victory for thee. If it be thy will that the foe overcome, give me death by thy will now, for the foe shalt not have it. Then he supped from the chalice, and didst light and glory fill his limbs, and the foe fell as winter before the spring. And Saint Edgar gave praise to the builder, and didst he walk amongst the wounded and captured enemy, and didst he give them sup from the chalice, and they went consumed utterly by the fire of the builder's forge, and the dead were beyond counting. That Saint Edgar shall be praised above praise, and gloried above glory, was his visage graven and sculpted in purest gold, that all who saw it shouldst also know the glory of that day and the value of his deeds. Alright, and then over here in back, we've got a gold bowl. 125, 26%. Alright. That's phase 1-ish. Let's head to the first level west courtyard now.
See? Inspector Drept was at service earlier.
'Tis the holy day of Saint Edgar. Doth it surprise you? 'Twould be a greater shame to stand missing.
Thou speakest sense, but more and more rare doth he come amongst us. His time is spent out in the city.
The inspector seeketh out sinners and criminals. He canst not do that among our brethren, for who such wouldst he find here?
Ha, 'tis true. But 'tis sad that one of our brethren be such a stranger. Wouldst that he pursue his prayers with such fervor as he pursues his investigation?
When he doth pursue the wicked, he bringeth the justice of the builder to the city. But I wouldst that he would set aside his obsession. This talk of a hag is but children's rhymes and nonsense.
Is it though? Is it though? Alright, so one of these guys has a purse. I think it's the priest actually. Anyway, there's fella number 1. Drop him right over here. And now we can go after fella number 2.
There 'tis again. What? 'Tis folly to interrupt my work. Hello?
Get that purse. Have a nap. Alright, that's 50. 28%. Okay, so absent the sneaky upgrade that merges all the maps, I believe this is where we would have a load zone to go into the factory. We're not done here in the main area yet anyway. Ooh, reading material. All brethren must receive the blessing of High Priest Gretus before morning. When thou seekest thy blessing, summon Gretus with the chapel bell. Until thy own flesh is purified, speak not to Gretus with thine own tongue, but use instead the iron tongue of the bell, forged and purified in flame, to speak for thee. Alright. Let's head to the east courtyard now. I believe this is identical to the one we just read. Yes, it is. Alright. I don't think there's anything else in the ground level courtyard. Apart from... Oh, I'm wrong. There's a moss arrow. The barracks. Up here, a ruby goblet, 100, 31%. Alright, now we can go ahead and check out the High Priest's chambers. Should be pretty well empty.
Let's see what Gretus has been up to.
So, on the table, we have a silver goblet, 50, 33%. We've got reading material. High Priest Gretus, praise be, thou and brother Roland hath secured the chalice in the factory. I have destroyed the stamped gear as instructed. Another canst be made in the stamping machine, but e'en a stamped gear is naught without thy holy symbol to open the cage. Both must be used to activate the mechanism. Thus, while the symbol rests in thy chambers, surely our relics can be no safer. Brother Thorgrim. Objective complete. New objective. Okay, acquire an unstamped gear in the factory, then stamp it using the stamping machine. Attach the stamped gear and the holy symbol to the mechanism protecting the chalice. What did we complete? I think that was a mistake. But there's the holy symbol. Objective incomplete. There we go. That was weird. Okay, we've completed steal the high priest's holy symbol from his chambers. Man, that was weird. Anyway, there are 2 gold candlesticks on this shelf up here. Let's grab those first before we mess with this chest. Garrett. Fine. Do it this way. 75 each, 35% and 38%. And then we have to pick open the chest. Reading material. High Priest Gretus, thou hast served tirelessly these 20 years to impart thy wisdom to the world. Indeed, there has been no initiate to leave St. Edgar's without the mark of thine own particular brand of teaching, blazoned in the stripes upon their backs. In recognition thereof, this token, a jeweled cat o' nine tails. Carry it ever with thee, as needs must thou use it often. Brothers Imbrel, Partus, Mendus, and Raphael. Wow, he whips the initiates. And they've convinced themselves they like it. Cat o' nine tails, loot 350, 50%, and that's our second piece of special loot. More reading material still. Master Forger Gretus, twice in the span of this week hath I spied Brother Reginald pass by the statue of St. Edgar, without pause to offer a prayer of thanksgiving. So that he may achieve penitence with toil in the builder's name, I have sent him to work a doubled shift at the factory. I trust this has thy blessing. I have also a matter of doctrine for thee. Knowst thou of the smaller effigy of St. Edgar that the Lady Warwick hath bestowed upon us? Dost this artifact require also the recitation of the prayer? Wilt the value of the object compensate for the lack of size? I shall secure it near my bed in the bunk room till I hear back from thee. Roland. Interesting. Alright. Let's head to the barracks now.
Did I hear aright? For idle fancies only.
It's much easier to approach the barracks from inside the High Priest's chambers than vice versa.
I like not this emptiness. Where is the guard? If there was something, I surely would have found it out.
Surely. Give me 1 second. Got some emails, and I'm watching them for news on my job process. That was not the email I was looking for. All right, let's check things out in here. Healing potion.
No, it's no use. I can't find the coal. The furnace shall go out. Mine ears verily do hear something.
He's heading this way.
By 'twas some strange movement.
He didn't like the door being open either. Hi, Apotham. Well,
'Tis consistent. I give it that.
I appreciate
How
you stopping
strongly
by.
I didst believe 'twas something, but I see it no more.
I appreciate you stopping by. I don't know if I'm sorry you're working or not. suppose that depends how you feel about your job and your shift today.
Hath thou heard? Master Forger Gretus hath called to all the Master Forgers of the church, that he shall drink from the builder's chalice.
'Tis madness. The chalice hath been barred for these past 50 years, since Master Forger Alibus didst drink and did burn unto death.
'Tis the Master Forger's wish to call upon all other Master Forgers to drink as well. He may show himself both brave and righteous.
His pride speaketh so, and not his righteousness. And 'tis dangerous to bring the chalice forth. 'Twas the means by which so many pagans died. They shouldst well like to destroy it if they hadst but the means.
Ha! Let the pagans come, and we shall strike them down as we didst in St. Edgar's time.
True enough, Apotham. Alright. Well, we got at least 2 active guards in here as well. Sounds like we've got one coming up these stairs. Indeed we do. Well, come on, boyo. Finish your trek.
Vigilance is our shield that protect. Perhaps 'tis not nothing. Mine eyes did deceive me.
That was close. I did like that they brought back a few of the recitations from the first game. Gas bomb. The gas bomb explodes into a large cloud of knockout gas. Throw it to the ground to affect everyone in the nearby area. I mean, though they almost make it too easy, but it's definitely a neat item. Right, there's an elevator here. I don't want to mess with that. Let's quietly go down the stairs. Here's a second gas bomb and some reading material. Brother Partus, I have gleaned what information I could about these volumes. Homilies of the Jeremites Illustrated, Priory of the Forge, Glendower volume, missing in Caris's upheavals, Glory of St. Edgar, damaged but legible, Codex of the Admonitions, a gold-bound and valuable text, stored in the prayer room on the west side of the church, top floor. Well, we already found that. Alright, let's work our way down the stairs and deal with that last active patroller. Last one for the moment. There's one dude asleep in the upstairs barracks and a whole new set of dudes in the factory. There's another healing potion. Hello, sir. I see your key. It is different than the other keys. One wonders what it unlocks. Alright, so we got this elevator over in the corner. I don't much care. More material. We've seen that already. That's identical. Ah, yes. Must just be a key to the actual barracks. Alright, there we go. I'll worry about the sleeper later. Well, soon enough. I mean, I'll finish looting on my way back, and then we'll deal with him. Over here on top of this barrel is a gold pitcher, 175, 57%. Gleaming down here next to the statue is a ruby, 125, 61%. There's a vent here. Where could this go? Back here to the sleeping chamber quarters. I may not have to deal with that guy. That would definitely be preferable. Reading material. We didst take another pagan today. The wretch had no dignity. His screams didst summon forth a crowd of gawking onlookers as he was carried inside. But I didst note the flower peddler nearby, that she showed not vacant curiosity, but a more intent concern. I shall have her taken and put to the question in the next sweep. Mine thoughts turn again upon the prisoners. 'Tis proper they be put to work, but canst still be proper to work them past the point of honest effort, that they die of the labor and rise as the accursed undead? Still, hadst they been faithful, 'twould never have come to such a pass. Valuable portrait here. 150, total 66%. These appear to be the privies. Hate to be the guy who has to empty those. We got 2 silver coins on the table here, 50 each, 68 and 70%. Then as long as we can get this chest open without waking the dude up, I should have no need to ever mess with him. There's the effigy of St. Edgar. 50, 71%, but that is the third and final piece of special loot, so we have completed the find 3 special loot items objective. And that, I believe, is everything in the main zone. It's time now to head to the factory. So, let's go do exactly that. Everyone in the church is asleep one way or another. I like that very much. Give me just 1 second. Got another email to check. It is not what I was looking for. No surprise there. That's alright. Over to the factory. This is where there was a load screen. We don't have it now. Blessed be the praise be to the master builder. A gas bomb. All that is metal is not of the builder alone, as all that is wood is not of the trickster alone. Wood canst be shaped and carved, so that it serveth as part of a great house for the master builder. Even iron canst serve contrary to its nature, for the glory and service of false gods. If thou doubtest these words, turn thine eye only to the ruin of Soulforge, where the builder himself smote down the workings of the heretic Karis and his wicked crafts. Alright, we got at least 2 duders here that I can see immediately.
Some sap.
One big advantage of getting rid of that stupid load screen, as I'm not so constricted in what I can do with guards. I can just take this guy out to the empty zone, and I can go after his buddy. Hello. Indications.
Perhaps mine ears do trick me.
I have not determined. A malfunction. Alright, here we go. Broadheads in this chest. Obviously not terribly useful, but we do what we must. I was gonna say, there's a dude in here.
Am I? Oh, stay thou there.
I remember. Too late. He was kind of hiding over in the dark, and I could barely see him. You have a nap as well, good sir. A lot of guys kind of stacked up right near the entrance to this zone, I have to say. Man, Karis was nuts. What do you think of that, Karis? We got Karis here in the chat. Alrighty. Alright, there's more up here. Let's read this little note. See what we learn. Brethren, be all of thee reminded, none may use the stamping machine save they are permitted by Chief Worker Roland. Shouldst thou have permission, thou mayst obtain an unstamped gear from the storage area, but be sure to place the object squarely in the center of the machine and be wary the sparks and shards when the machine doth activate. Damn! I missed my throw. Be right back. Always a hazard. New note. Fortunately, a quick fix. Unstamped gears are located in the factory storage area. Nice. So where's this other guard? He's above me. How do I get up there? Oh, hello.
Thou, walking corpse, fall! Oh.
Have a nap, fella. Okay, we've seen that. Still a guy up above me. Charnel Furnace. There's a zombie in there, I believe. We want to turn the furnace on till it actually dies in the fire. When zombies die in this game, they go powder like that. Then we can pick up the Jade Ring in here. 73%. Yes, the Charnel Furnace. And there's a zombie in here. I think there's a... I was gonna say, I'm not sure if there's even a way to open these. There is. I don't really know why I would. I mean, I can decide to open them and kill the zombies, but I don't believe there is anything inside the cells, so why? Do the same thing here, just check and try to be sure. Yeah, there's nothing in here either. I'll just leave the zombies handily trapped inside the cells. I think the way upstairs is here. Inspector Drept. Alright, there's a silver candlestick, 75%. Brother Roland. Okay, we've seen that one already as well. Alright, let's check out Drept's office while we're here. Silver candle on the bookshelf, 50, 77%. Reading material. Inspector Drept's notes. Mine investigation in truth continues apace into years long gone. More deaths hath I learned of that fit the pattern. The city guards care for naught beyond the tips of their noses, so no connection didst they see. In a death 30 years past, the skin of the victim was destroyed or removed. Another case 'twas 6 years later, and the report says only that the body was mutilated, though it does note a bent and aged woman was seen nearby. Inside the chest, we've got 2 gold coins and silver, 78, 81, and 84%. We also have a flash bomb. Laurel, there shalt be a reckoning. Wow, Drept. Journal of Inspector Drept. 'Tis another winter gone by, and I hath found not more of the hag. Couldst it have been mine imagination? 'Twas so long ago, mine memories dim. Couldst the hag have been but a figment? No, no. I cannot doubt these beliefs, for none but me follow them. Laurel, mine dear friend, wast killed, as so many others hath been in the years since, and if I do not seek justice, then there shalt be none. The crimes I pursue, surely they are more than children's rhymes and rumors. I wilt not turn aside. Alright. Let's head this way now. I think that guy I hear trolling back and forth upstairs may be the last one. We don't have much left to deal with, that's for sure. Although there are at least 2. I hear them.
If a beam taketh 6 nails to place, then 6...
Alright, this is the storage area. I'm just trying to place him out of sight. We've got one more up here. I think he is the last one. I shall be well pleased when he is dealt with. Then turn around, Boyle.
What was it?
Alright. Pretty sure that's everyone. Just wanna double check or triple check that. And this is where the chalice lives. Bellows Interchange Grill. Alright, yeah, I think that's everybody. Alright, so let's head back to the storage area. We saw it, that was easy enough. Just over here to the left of Drept's office. What am I looking at here? Transform Regulator. There's our unstamped gear. We also have a flash bomb, oil flask, 2 silver nuggets, 100 each, 87 and 91%. That completes our loot objective, 90% of the loot. And reading material. Compendium of Precepts, Regimens, and Rules of Conduct, Volume 112. The chisel is but naught, save thou hast a hammer. The hammer is but naught, save thou stretch forth thine arm. The arm is but naught, save for thy will to serve the builder. If the builder takes thy coin, dost thou renounce his work to beg on the street? If the builder crushes the walls that guard thee, dost thou flee to sleep in the rain? If the builder slays thine offspring, dost thou slay thyself? Guard not that which thou hast made for thyself, more than the faith that burns in thy heart. What's in here? More broadheads. Can't believe you made me pick a lock for useless broadheads. Anyway, next step is to stamp the gear. The stamping machine is through here. It's this funky looking thing. Stamping machine. Stamped gear. Objective complete. Acquire an unstamped gear in the factory, then stamp it using the stamping machine. Sure enough. Alright, so now we can make our way through here, back to the reliquary. There's our symbol. There's our gear. Objective complete. Attach the stamped gear and the holy symbol to the mechanism protecting the chalice. Sure enough, here comes the chalice. Suspension cage. The chalice should be kept suspended away from the sullied earth and in greater safety. May be lowered only by permission. So we've got 2 silver candlesticks, 50 each, 94%, a gold bell, 150, 100%, and the chalice.
The chalice. That's probably too much to hope for that no one misses it.
The builder's chalice. We've completed find and steal the builder's chalice. You'll notice that's everything except getting back to the front courtyard. So let's go. Couldn't be simpler, right? Lost track of that little exit hallway in the dark. You're about to end the mission. Do you want to continue? Of course I do.
Now that I have the chalice, I'm one step closer to the books in the Keeper library. Those prophecies had better be worth the trouble. My little raid isn't going to endear me to the Hammers.
Alrighty. Just a second. Just need to get my loot list for day 3. The docks are going to open up. This I know. We should start off in Garrett's building. Alright, ready. Here we go. Continue. Objective complete. Alright, steal the chalice from St. Edgar's Church in Stone Market proper. Now we're on day 3. Deliver the chalice and paw to Artemis in Tersus Courtyard and Stone Market Plaza. Alright, now I'm going to make a new hard save to kick off day 3, and I'm going to take a brief restroom break. We're not done. We're going to go I think I have a few more hours today. We'll see how that works out. We're at least going to do day 3 and get to the next mission, including exploring the new areas, the docks in the Abysmal Gale, and purchasing the climbing gloves, and getting the things we couldn't get before. But for now, little restroom break. Be right back. Thank you for your indulgence. And we're back, including a fresh beverage. First things first. Whoa. Okay, good. No real need to do the practice logs again. Only important thing to do is check the landlord's room. I don't even think I really need to knock out the private guard, as long as I can pick this fast enough. His loot today is a purse on the shelf right here. That is weirdly hard to get to. Alright, let's head back out to South Quarter. Alright. Now we're gonna get the climbing gloves today so we can come back and finally get that stupid bottle of wine that gave me so much grief in the first Thief 3 stream. But, for now...
Catch up with you later, eh?
Something. Make a sound.
Get the 3 coppers off the grocery stall. Dip back here for the water arrow. Get the moss arrow down here across from Heartless Parry. I don't really need any of this stuff. It's all redundant. We'll visit Parry.
What's the word on the street?
Sell everything.
Need some good news for a change, Gar.
Okay. I want to check if I can get to the docks now. or if I have to wait until after I meet with the keepers, because that piece I don't actually remember. If I can get to the docks, I want to go ahead and grab the climbing gloves and then come back here.
Have a nice night.
But I just don't remember. I think I need to wait, but I could be wrong. They could already be open. Much guard.
Oh boy! There! You
Stay calm.
I'm gonna nip you!
Right. I used the keeper door glyph to get into the docks today, so can't do anything with them until after.
Losers and chumps.
After I deal with the keepers. That's right. That's fine. Okay, so in that case, let's head to Stone Market. Start with the plaza. What's up, bro? All right. So the ground floor of the tavern has some loot, as always. What's up, bro?
Uh-oh. There you are! Hold on!
Damn. That was my mistake, obviously. Got too excited, went right as he was turning. Man, the wall flatten is ridiculous. It's genuinely absurd in a really fun way. Alright. We got coins down here. And behind the bar, we got wine bottles. 2, I believe. And that'll do it for the tavern. That'll do for in here. Right. Fuck. Now we have to deal with the purse in Brent's apartment. I'm hopeful that the weirdly hyper aggro version of Drunk Benny from last time isn't going to be there. That was definitely a huge pain in the ass to deal with. But if it is, I'll deal with it. In the meantime, let's head over there, see what's what. Really, no point in messing with the city watch. They'll just respawn. Which is a shame, because it doesn't get much more directly in the way than this dude is.
His has got all the wheels and all. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see.
Grab that moss arrow. We'll head up to visit Brent. Alright, hyper aggro drunk Benny. You here? Of course. Of course you are.
Clear conscience. They went hungry because they spent their money on
Him I might knock out this time. Learning from the events of our last attempt. And there is Mr. Brent, his bad self. What would really be great is if I could get that purse from through the window. Like, I feel like they pretty obviously intended you to be able to do, but you actually can't. Which is dumb. It's like, man...
Oh no. You broke it!
It's like, that's obviously what they intended, but you can't make it work in this engine. Just like I'm having a hell of a time, even though I'm just getting it to highlight here and there, putting out that candle. There we go.
Lights are off again. Don't they know I'm still here?
No one here. I hope everything's alright.
What's that all about?
Brent, have a nap.
There, that's something alright. I'm gonna get the watch!
Oh, for fuck's sake! The random-ass guy notices that the drunk guard is gone and goes full aggro? Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Well, I guess I have to knock him out. Tool bag.
Lights are off again. Don't they know I'm still here? My eyes going? Aha! The watch
Oh, for
will...
God's sake. This is making me angry.
Lights are off again. Don't they know I'm still... Aha! Gotta find...
This is beginning to piss me off.
What's with the dark? Are the lights broke? Are my eyes going? Aha! Gotta find the watchman! You watch it! You could have...
Fucking hell. The inability to pick up that fucking purse because they designed their chests so poorly is really
Lights are off
frustrating.
again. Don't they know I'm still here? Hello? The watch will protect my business from you.
Maybe I need to open the door and bait him out that way.
Better relax. Hours to go on this shift.
And of course, they just respawn the patroller to come up here. Just fucking standing there. Alright, well that actually worked okay. Alright, let's try this. Fuck off, buddy. Don't crash. It crashed. Of course, of course, of course, of course, of course. That's the moment it fucking crashes. I swear to God. The game's just trying everything to keep me away from that purse. Everything in its toolbox. Alright. Now, let's have everyone inside the apartment. With all the lights off. And the door closed. Okay. Now then. We're gonna head through to Stone Market proper. Loot around there before we go to Tursus Courtyard.
Evening there.
Alright then.
Another moss arrow here. And through to Stone Market proper. Angry Hammer. He won't actually be angry yet, but 3 gold coins in the donation box.
What moves there?
Silver coins in the watch station.
It can't have gone off by itself.
Yes? 'Twas but my imagining.
With the hammer there, I think we need to navigate this way. At least for the moment. That watchman is also still there, which is bothersome.
What? Did I just see something?
Of course not.
Blessed am I, builder, that I mayst do the work thou choosest me to.
Alright, let's head into Crowley's house. There's respawning loot in here. The ruby and the coins on the first floor. Oh, we've seen that already. And the ring upstairs. And the last bit of respawning loot to worry about is in the safe in Cothran's armory. Then, if I'm not mistaken...
Bad humor's trapped in my guts.
Oh.
Sounds serious.
Not if you catch it in time, no.
So you're cured then?
Oh, no, it's gone all squirrely and black. Doctor says could be months before it stops festering. Probably my own echo.
Ah, yes. Benny's ailment. Round 2. A puncture wound due to bad humors trapped in my guts.
Hey!
The good news is we can despawn them. Welcome back, Karis. Who's dealing with the respawning city loot right now? Coins and Cothran's are the last bit I need. Might as well grab the redundant arrows. Even though they are, in fact, redundant.
Wait, hey, something moved?
Coppers. I hate them.
Back to Stone Market Plaza and to Tursus Courtyard to advance the plot. That's everything here in proper. Tersus Courtyard is through here, I believe. If memory serves. Grab the gas arrow out of here. I think they meant for you to need the climbing gloves, but you don't.
The artifacts, Garrett. Excellent. Follow me.
There's Keeper Artemis. Where is he taking us?
I will not use them. Just in case. I will rely on my training alone. I hope that will be enough.
Ooh, fancy.
Those will not listen. Corruption. It's more pervasive than even I expected. Who can I trust? No.
He's gesturing for me to go in there.
I must walk alone.
Cutscene time, yay!
The repetition of these three glyphs. Here. And here. Now is the Termanus Embolian.
The times unwritten, the
Termanus
end of
Steel.
words.
And here, again the mark of the Fratelli
Brethren and
Traderus.
betrayer.
Yes. Warnings. Terrible. Unvesagen
My hand falls
zafalere.
useless to my side, doubly
Portanimus
cursed in
potentium.
living death.
The prophecies are clear. There is much ahead to be wary of. Interpreter Kataka, your words are most useful to...
Clear as mud. Exactly what will happen, and what are we supposed to do about it? I'm still waiting to see a useful book.
We must first understand the unwritten times, if we are to prevent them.
First Keeper Orland demands immediate audience.
You've moved up in the world, Orland. Nice view.
Yes, I have. It's first Keeper Orland now, Garrett. Within these walls, you answer to me.
You called me here to remind me you're in charge? The job must not keep you very busy.
You inquired about books. Useful books.
That's right. You must have something in here worth reading.
You think you might shape events more skillfully? Read the signs more clearly? The prophecies...
Shape events? Interesting way to put it. I'm here now. Do you want my help or not?
Very well. This will admit you to certain areas of the library. Do not venture further. You will not ply your trade here, thief. If anything happens, you will be held accountable. Is this clear?
Perfectly. Perhaps you should translate for Kataka.
I love Garrett's little smirk in that cutscene when he says you will not play your trade here. It's like, yeah, right. New objective. What's up, buddy? Alright, we've completed Deliver the Chalice and Paw to Artemis in Tersus Courtyard and Stone Market Plaza. Search around the Keeper Library for clues about the Dark Age. Speak to Keeper Artemis before you leave the library. Speak to Keeper Isolde before you leave the library.
This is Orland's office. He is busy and has nothing more to say to you for now.
Office of First Keeper Orland. So we can't knock out any keepers.
Any progress, Elder Granger?
On which quest? The reacquisition of the Compendium of Reproach or of its glyph key?
Either. We will need both items in our hands if we wish to make any headway into our research concerning the coming Dark Age.
There would be considerably more progress if the teams were allowed to consult with Interpreter Kataka.
Impossible. She seeks the Brethren and Betrayer, and our work must not be interrupted.
Then the answer to your previous question is no.
What will it take to find them, then, do you think? The Council would like time to prepare for the prophecies that are contained within the compendium.
They have both been missing for so long, but I am sure with all of us continuing to scour the library and the compound for passages that refer to them, we'll have the precise answer within a reasonable time period.
Good evening.
Meanwhile, just in case, I have scribes searching for any book matching its physical description. A large golden slab, sealed with a glyph.
So, the Keepers are hoping to solve the Dark Age problem by finding this compendium and glyph key. I'm pretty good at acquiring lost objects. Maybe I can help.
Alright, this is our first time in the library. There's lots to read here. Like this book. Keeper Rafe, journal entry number 6145. My Ascent Council assigned a team for my expedition. They know the dangers, how the area is swarming with strange creatures. Else, why lock the entrance so carefully? How can I do it alone? Still, they must have their reasons. The sunken citadel holds many secrets, and though I am afraid, I also long to journey there again. Excuse me. Most important, of course, is the glyph key. How many years has it lain underground? Decades? We were so close with the first expedition. If only we hadn't been attacked, we'd have the key now, and Keeper Soledad would still be alive. Her death must not be in vain. I will retrieve the key successfully on this next venture. New objective.
Well, if this guy thought the glyph key was in this sunken citadel, I don't see why I shouldn't go look there. Sounds like it might be a profitable trip.
Alright, so we got a new objective. Search the sewers and the docks to locate the entrance to the sunken citadel in order to find the missing glyph key that the Keepers are searching for. That's it for here. Take the elevator down. Like a civilized person.
Hi there.
Who's allowed to be here. Totally allowed to be here.
Elder Draco, may I speak with you? I think I've found something in my studies. A connection.
Go on, and speak up, Scribe. I can barely hear you.
Well, everyone knows the Compendium of Reproach has been missing, and then last week I scribed a passage, and it read, "The Compendium will be borne by a terrible storm."
Yes, I remember the report. Interesting. Yet, no sign of any inclement weather, eh, Scribe?
No, but then, just a few days ago, a ship came into the docks area. Do you remember the report from Keeper Alcott? He said the ship had managed to get itself into port, though no one was left alive to man it. A plague ship. The crew. Undead.
Yes, it is indeed a tragedy, and a mystery, but I see no connection. A storm would not cause the ship to befall such a fate.
No, but the name of the ship, Elder Draco. The name of the ship is the Abysmal Gale. Is that not another way of saying terrible storm? This is the connection of which I speak.
Ah, I see your point. And the error in your thinking. The compendium was lost ages ago. How could it possibly be on a ship that has just come into port?
But...
Enough, Scribe. I have important business to attend to, in case you haven't heard. There's a dark age approaching.
Yes, Elder Draco. Thank you for speaking with me.
Maybe the scribe is on to something. I should check out this ship, the Abysmal Gale, next time I visit the docks.
Alright, we completed an objective and got a new one. So we've completed Search Around the Keeper Library for clues about the Dark Age. We now have Enter the ship called the Abysmal Gale in the docks to see if it's related to the Compendium of Reproach that the Keepers are searching for. And we got reading. Keeper Council Report. Keeper Rafe will be allowed to return to the sunken citadel in an effort to retrieve what he believes to be the lost glyph key that opens the Compendium of Reproach. If his theory proves correct, then his success will bring us that much closer to a solution for the Dark Age. However, his request for a team has been denied, as more than one life was lost on the last expedition, and we cannot risk another such contingency. Furthermore, without proof that the glyph key is located in the sunken citadel, it would be unwise for us to overextend our resources in what could be unfruitful, despite the plenitude of valuables reported by Rafe. Lastly, the Council has deemed the citadel unsafe and forbids any keeper to approach the sealed entryway in the dock's sewers without prior approval. Alright, another one. Talia, I want to run this by you before I bring it to an elder. You know how we search for the Compendium of Reproach in our efforts regarding the Dark Age? Well, I recently scribed a passage in which the Compendium was mentioned. It said it will be borne by a terrible storm. Then later we heard that report about the ghost ship and all those undead, completely unrelated to our work, right? Or is it? Because the name of that ship is the Abysmal Gale, do you see? Abysmal Gale, terrible storm, they mean the same. Imagine if it were my own efforts that led to the recovery of the Compendium. Tell me if you think I've got something here. Your friend, Scribe Elsen. Arrogant, annoying elder.
I have troubling news. The Hammerites
New objective.
have discovered it was you who stole their artifacts. Both factions are very angry. However, they are willing to overlook your recent crimes if you are willing to aid them by performing specific tasks. Until then, beware, for they will attack you on sight. A Hammerite named Inspector Drept wrote this missive for me to deliver to you. I contacted a pagan shaman named Diane, and she agreed to post a similar note for you on the outskirts of the pagan territory in the docks. I have done what I can to aid you. Farewell, and good luck.
Alright. Objective complete.
Trust your instincts, Scribe.
Speak to Keeper Artemis before you leave the library is done. Read the letter the Hammerite Inspector Drept has left for you. It is on the table in front of Artemis. Go to the docks' pagan stronghold and read the letter left for you by the pagan priestess Diane. And now if we look at faction, we can see that the Hammers and the pagans are both hostile to us.
Great. The Hammers and pagans are mad at me because of jobs I did for the Keepers. I better find out what they want and then decide whether or not I want to bother trying to improve their opinion of me.
Alright, let's grab this ring off this table. Should be okay as long as no one sees us take it directly. And let's read Drept's letter. Garrett. The prescribed penalty for your crimes against us is death. However, I have convinced the Hammerite clergy to grant thee lenience, provided thou first perform enough of the following acts of atonement. First, the rust mites are large gold-colored bugs that feed upon metal and undo our works. We hereby grant thee the Builder's blessing to destroy them with your arrows. Secondly, thou canst smite the undead, for they are most abhorrent to us. For each of these tasks thou accomplish, your standing within the Hammer Order will increase a small amount, whereas stealing from us or attacking any Hammerite will assuredly decrease your standing. The choice is thine. At present, any Hammerite will attack thee on sight if they find you on city streets. If thou increase thy standing with us sufficiently, we will allow thee to pass unharmed. Do us many of these favors, and thou wilt be considered an ally, and allowed into Fort Ironwood in Old Quarter. Lastly, 'tis my custom to ask everyone with whom I speak if they have seen a sort of hag, or heard rumors of an old grey lady near the scene of a gruesome crime. If so, 'twould be a great favor to me to tell what you know. 'Tis my life's ambition to find the hag, but my misfortune to always be 10 steps behind her. My workshop is located in Aldale, near the pub. Builder save thee, Inspector Drept. New upgrade acquired. The Hammer Priests have blessed your bow with the ability to destroy rust mites. Shoot them with broadhead arrows. So we got that. The legendary bow upgrade from the first game. We finally have a bow upgrade and a new note. Alright, we'll look at all that in just a second. Alright, so we completed. Read the letter the Hammerite Inspector Drept has left for you. It is on the table in front of Artemis. Notes. The Hammers have requested favors to improve your faction status with them. Kill rust mites with broadhead arrows. Kill any undead. So obviously this time around I'm not going to be so worried about not aggroing people when I explode the rust mites. It's going to happen. It's going to be fine. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at the bow upgrade too, because I think it shows up on Garrett, actually. Yes, there it is. The Hammer Priests have blessed your bow. Very nice. Okay, groovy. Onward. More to read. Scribe, when you are completely done with your other tasks, go to the Forbidden Library and retrieve for me the map of the Keeper compound. I left it on the 2nd floor. Elder Draco. Frankly amazing, the panic that occurs. No kidding. I mean, it sounds like an explosion. So I get a panic happening when there's an explosion, but still.
What's the catalyst?
New note. What's dumb is that they program them to explode instead of just die. A map to the Keeper compound is in the Forbidden Library on the 2nd floor. Alright, this is where our secret passage to the Forbidden Library is. Nice gold goblet here. More to read. The trouble started when I asked permission to leave the library in order to visit the compound and begin research for a new paper, a treatise on us, on Keepers, our history and founding principles. To my knowledge, no such book has been written yet, and it seemed a worthy endeavor. My proposal was well thought out, and included chapters on balance and the powers of glyphs. However, permission to visit the compound was not granted me. In fact, my request was met with surprise and outright suspicion. Surely my idea was a good one, and I would be thorough in my research and truthful in my conclusions. But saying so only seemed to trouble the elders further. Then today, my duties were reduced. Could it be related to my request? And if so, why? I'm afraid to press these questions further. Besides, who would I ask? Yeah, perceptive scribe. Okay, so we need the door glyph before we can get in there, but do note the secret passage. It's pretty handy. And this front room. Oh, I missed this. Artemis. The passage I scribed below is all I could find on the subject you requested. Keeper Belios said there were other books, but we could not find them. Perhaps someone else is making similar inquiries. Balance, Keeper Austeria. Sentience, also known as artifacts, soulstones, or relics, a grouping of 5 objects possessing special powers and what is thought to be a consciousness normally only associated with living entities. Presumably created as part of an ancient safeguard against the forces of evil. Examples include the heart and the chalice, also called the Builder's Cup by the Hammerites. Efforts to confine all the sentients to one place for study have failed. How and when they came into existence is not known. Recommend further study. Alright. So this is Keeper Isolde. We'll go ahead and talk to her.
Hello, Garrett. Orland informs me that you are to receive the Keeper Door glyph. You must perform the scribe ritual to do so. Place your hands into the indentations on the plaque behind me. That is all.
New objective. Use the plaque on the wall near Keeper Isolde to receive the Keeper Door glyph. We got more to read. To all acolytes and scribes, it has come to my attention that some of you have not yet undergone the acolyte ritual, and that there have been unsubstantiated rumors about the safety of such practices. The acolyte ritual is a simple keeper indoctrination, is completely safe, and is mandatory for all scribes. After the ritual, you will be able to see and use the Keeper Door glyph. The importance of acquiring this glyph cannot be stressed enough. Without it, a keeper would be unable to see or open the myriad secret glyph doors that have been placed throughout the city to mask our presence, bypass city gates, store supplies, and aid our maneuverability. The current citywide quarantine is a perfect example of the importance of the Keeper Door glyph, as with it, we can easily pass between South Quarter and docks using our secret door near the gate. If you have any questions, an elder can assist you, First Keeper Orland. Well, let's get it.
Greetings, revered elder.
New upgrade acquired. This glyph will allow you to see and open keeper doors. Look for this glyph on a wall, then use it and a door will appear.
Very well, Garrett. You now have all the powers of an acolyte. You are able to see and open keeper doors. Look for the glyph. Keeper Artemis also wishes to see you, I believe. Farewell.
All right. So, we have completed. Use the plaque on the wall near Keeper Isolde to receive the Keeper Door glyph. We've still not... There we go. I was about to say, we've now completed. Speak to Keeper Isolde before you leave the library. I think that's close to being caught up. Of course, we can look at Garrett, because, yeah, now we have the door glyph. All right. I believe it's time now to check out the Forbidden Library before we go. Got to do a little sneaking.
This way leads to the Forbidden Libraries. I could sneak my way in, but I can't let any keepers catch me in there.
Stop. This library is not permitted to you.
Forbidden Library. Well, fair enough. Let's go to the secret entrance. Now we can get into it with our handy door glyph.
May your knowledge increase.
May your glyphs aid you.
Here we go. Most excellent.
What is your opinion?
About the libraries? I think Orland is right to restrict Garrett's movements. These books are far too valuable to risk. Besides, there's nothing here in the Forbidden Libraries that a thief would want, unless that thief were the brethren and betrayer Arcadica seeks.
Then you do not believe.
What, the prophecies? I believe. I just don't believe it's Garrett to which they refer. Perhaps Orland is the one. Or one of us, perhaps. It seems logical it would be an elder. We alone possess the knowledge and skill.
Indeed. So you think it is folly to accept Garrett in our midst? His aid with the coming Dark Age will prove ineffective?
Of course. What can he do that we, all of us, cannot do?
Book.
I wish I were as sure as you, Elder Callow.
We have to sneak through these sections, which is kind of fun. We can't attack the keepers for now, or we fail. And it's game over. Alright, reading material.
The keepers are wasting their time writing about me. I'm a thief, and a good one. But I've got nothing to do with their prophecies.
I like this one. It's a nice synopsis of the first two games, apparently, for people who hadn't played them. The Matter of Garrett by Keeper Draco. Familiarizing yourself with Garrett's history and capabilities could prove essential, should the time come when we no longer deem him necessary. Garrett studied with us until his early 20s, at which time he was offered the chance to proceed with the indoctrination ceremony and become a keeper. However, he lacked balance and instead expressed his intention to leave. The council voted we deal with him using the enforcers, until Katika informed us that Garrett was essential to overcoming difficult times ahead. And so our most promising acolyte left us. Garrett pursued the life of a criminal, and with the keeper training we had given him, he quickly became a master thief. His abilities did not escape attention of certain individuals, and he was lured into a pagan plot that threatened the safety of the city. That would be Thief 1. During that time, Garrett's eye was removed and used to power the Eye, one of the artifacts we are studying. See Ogilvy's treatise on sentience for more regarding the artifacts. After the threat was neutralized, Garrett obtained a mechanical eye from the Hammerites. Later, his thieving abilities revealed an excessive imbalance within the Hammerite Order. See the Mechanist Metal Age for more on this topic. Thief 2. True to Katika's predictions, Garrett had the abilities necessary to remove the threat and overcome our second trial. Now Katika has predicted a third Dark Age, and she believes Garrett will play a critical role, though the glyphs have yet to reveal if he will influence the outcome positively or negatively. Need to let the homes here turn around. Can roll through here.
Me as if I were yet a beginner in the scribarium. I am an elder and deserving of some reverence.
I think she moves it. I was gonna say, I believe she moves at some point. They made it real easy to sneak through here, as a consequence of the fact that you have to sneak. Keeper Dover, journal entry number 2136. I should have known better than to bring it up in front of the entire council. Still, my words had some effect. At least now there is the resolution forbidding it. I believe that will cause many to think twice should the temptation arise. Meanwhile, we should all be on the watch for the telltale signs. The dead animals, their life forces drained. It is not a love of creatures that compels me to speak out. No, they are pitiable, but inconsequential. I can only speculate on how long a keeper could extend a normal lifespan in this way. 100? 200 years? Maybe longer. But it would take more than vermin to accomplish that. And I, now that I possess the knowledge, can I truly say I too am not tempted? This is why I cannot remain silent. That, and the glyph that Elder Beryl speculates must exist, though we have yet to find, one that enables shape-shifting. What a potent elixir of glyph magics that would be.
Stolen, but how?
Something going on in the scribarium that they're keeping to themselves.
Here I come.
Oh boy. Went the wrong way, with the wrong timing.
Probably nothing. No matter, it is gone now.
Just wait for him to pass by. He carries a purse that also respawns every day, if memory serves.
A noise?
We can nick in and grab it pretty easily.
Too many distractions.
Which I always appreciate.
Did I hear a keeper is seldom the victim of a pickpocket. Should not let myself be so easily distracted.
I was gonna say, I don't think there's anything on either of these landings. Let's just check out this next floor.
Yes, here I come.
Oh, for goodness sake. His patrol is shorter than I remember. That's okay. I'll go this way instead. Just until we're out of the light. Alright, so we can see the way further upstairs over there. 2 flash bombs and a gas bomb in here. And of course, there's the map of the Keeper compound that note told us about. New map acquired. Transcript of Keeper Council meeting, 10:54:36, 47. Xavier, Keeper Beryl has the floor. Beryl, I thank the Council and the First Keeper. Today I have prepared a report on the backgrounds of several missing Keepers. My goal was to find common elements in their research that might lead to an explanation for their disappearances. Although there was no one thing they had in common, I believe I have found at least tangential evidence that they could be related. I'll start with Keeper Dover, whom you will remember for his rather unpopular theories about the nature of prophecy and especially his interest in corruption. Tabor. Keeper Beryl, the Council does not need a discourse on each missing Keeper. Have you found a common element to their research or not? Beryl. Well, it's not that simple. I was trying to explain. Savine. Perhaps Keeper Beryl has found several themes they all had in common. Beryl. If the Council pleases, I have organized a report and would like to continue with my presentation. Tabor. I move that this information be disseminated outside of the Council Forum so that each of us can review Beryl's findings separately. If necessary, the subject can be brought up at a subsequent meeting. Beryl, with respect to Keeper Tabor and all those present, this very subject has been delayed by the Council before, and Xavier, enough. This meeting will be adjourned for now. Keepers Tabor and Beryl will report to me in my quarters immediately.
There will be more death before this is over.
Alright, that's it for this level. Time to nip over here and go farther upstairs. Nice bird statue worth 125 up there. The Pagan Situation by Keeper Tallow. The pagans have begun to infiltrate into more areas using decaying infrastructure to mask their presence. They now have sanctuaries in almost every district. Diane, their high priestess, was the successor to the pagan leadership after the wood nymph Victoria was desiccated. Diane is often seen with the staff, though it has not been available for study. Her commander, Larkspur, is aggressive and dangerous. The two control a large number of shamans who invoke the powers of plants, both to hurt and to heal. I believe the pagans are able to accelerate plant growth such that it could rapidly culminate in a great imbalance. Recommend further observation. There's a scribe sitting up here. Let's just be quiet. There's another book over there. I believe this is the top level.
Is it the same? I saw something. But what?
Copper urn over there. I think he noticed the missing loot while he was kind of...
It was nothing.
First
Nothing of
alerted
importance.
from me. Which way are you gonna go? Great work, Wisebot. Begone, Big Follows. Guiding Acolytes to Their Destiny, Part 7, Enforcers, the Will of the Keepers. The call of the Enforcer is a strong one. Those who wish to augment their strength and swiftness, and those who wish to protect the balance at all costs, are drawn to this dominion. Acolytes should note that once indoctrinated, an Enforcer can only communicate telepathically. The Enforcer's education consists of all manner of stealth training, and specialized weaponry must be mastered. After taking the vow, the glyphs are applied and the transformation takes place immediately. Once converted by the glyphs, there is no known way of countering the changes. Elders who are guiding acolytes along this path should take care in revealing the most sensitive aspects of the sacrifices involved. Wonder if we're going to see the Enforcers later. Get that candle. Naturally. There's another piece of loot over there. I see it near the ground.
Gone. Could someone have taken it?
Little statue worth 50 loot.
Should not let myself be so easily distracted. Nothing then. My fatigue has caught up with me. I should consider taking a sabbatical.
Which way are you gonna go, boyo? Back down the center. What you gonna do? It's Katika! There's a gold cup and another book here. And if I can just remember where the switch is, that opens up the obvious secret door. There it is. We can head through here.
A secret room, eh? Always my favorite room in a house.
Couple more pieces of loot, 2 statues and a gold cup, and one last book. Thorensen. An acolyte scribed this passage yesterday. Sound familiar? Meet me, Isolde. The safeguard against the evil ones will be found, the last of all glyphs that all can view but none can see. The eye will be borne by the one who will not yet bear the mark. Between the two none shall come until the unwritten times are upon us. That sounds like me. Alright, we're done in here. It is well that we should depart now. The door glyph gets us a couple of things.
I must tell someone about...
Oh, balls. Really, Katika? Do you have to turn at that precise second? I mean, of course she did. Just how it always works.
Permission is a long time coming to access the secondary stacks. Very slow. What could possibly justify such a delay?
Alright. So we need to make our way out of the Forbidden Library. Then we can use the door glyph to get out of the library and back to Stone Market. Once we're back in Stone Market, the door glyph has given us access to one new little bit of loot. But the important thing it's given us is access to the docks through South Quarter. The other thing we can do after we leave here, of course, is we can go ahead and start sniping rust mites. Which I believe there's no reason not to go ahead and start doing. You know, Lemming King, I can't remember if there's confirmation of her exact age or not. There might be. You're right, she's definitely much younger than she appears. I don't know if they give an exact number anywhere or not. I think it's in this game that we would find out. Alright, we gotta be careful of this dude.
Strange. It recurs. No, I didn't see anything.
Alright, we're out of here. And we don't need to sneak now.
I don't know what to think, with each elder telling a different tale. But I think it's clear. Some of the glyphs are changing. Why?
Alright, we can head through here. Get back out to Stone Market Plaza. There's a little loot to go after. And a bunch of rust mites. I know where a few of them are. There's immediately one up these stairs at Tursus Courtyard. Dead and dead. Hammers are still hostile. And of course it spawned a couple over there, just for giggles. If we head over this direction, I know that there are two things. There's this little nook, and the second rust mite. Ah, balls, I missed twice. Docks and climbing gloves, and the Abysmal Gale. So we have quite a bit to do. Day three is a big one. So I think I will probably cut the stream at the end of day 3, because frankly we still have a lot to do. We get that second rust mite.
Sorry, Gov.
And the little bit of loot that's left in Stone Market.
Half a minute? Just some sounds. Wind or something.
Bloody hell! I can hear you! Guards! Over here!
Alright, so the big...
I see you!
Oh, for God's sake. Fine, fine, fine. I'll get the coins first, and then I'll blow the rust mite, and then I'll run.
Old place like this, sure can be noisy.
Alright, so... inside this little secret keeper storeroom, we have 2 silver coins. That's it for extra loot in Stone Market.
What was that? Guards! Over here!
Now we can kill the shit out of the second rust mite. Hammers are still hostile, unfortunately. Let's go through the Stone Market proper. Again, that is where the 3rd rust mite is. There are 3 in each of the districts. And, you know, for whatever reason, Stone Market is split in 2.
Bloody hell! What's that I see there?
You see nothing. Settle down. Into Stone Market proper. We can make things a lot easier on ourselves by...
Never seen a lady hammerite. Pigs, all of them.
Go ahead and grab that fire arrow for whatever it's worth. The big thing to do here is just get this 3rd rust mite. And with that, the hammers are neutral. So they won't attack us anymore. Yay! Hey, buddy. How you doing? That definitely makes things easier. Let's go back to South Quarter now. We still don't have the climbing gloves, but we can go ahead and kill the rust mites in South Quarter. There are 3 there, too.
What's the point of hiding? I know someone's there. Come out, you taffer. Stop wasting my time. Ah, forget it. Whoever it was probably took off the second I spied him.
Looking for the bakery, are you?
Is that like a cop and donut joke? Because that's pretty funny.
Did I just hear something?
Actually, if we really want to, after we visit the pagans, we can track back through here again and do the cornerstones with the moss arrows, which I actually think is also a worthy endeavor. Alright. 2 to go in South Quarter. Trying to remember exactly where the others are. I feel like one might be up in that tunnel where we need the climbing gloves anyway, but I don't remember for sure. I believe there's one over here. Yeah, there's number 2. Let's bag it. Faction status changed. Still neutral, but getting closer. Doesn't take much, that's for sure. Is the other one by the well, or is it down by the dock gate? That's a rat. I think the other one's in Black Alley, isn't it?
Watch it, chump.
Oh, that's a rat. Okay, the areas are small. It won't take me long to find it. I'm not gonna consult a list. There it is. That's unfortunate. It is right by the dock gate. I'll let him patrol up to that end of his patrol. Then I'm gonna bag it on my way through. Don't miss. Yeah, except I'm gonna be coming back through here if I decide to do the cornerstones, but that'll do. Alright, that's it for South Quarter. Hammers are still neutral. Takes quite a bit to get allied. But we can head to the docks through here, which is neat. Oh, for God's sake. Yes, please, enter the docks.
The docks, the poor part of town, full of cramped tenements and surly residents. I wouldn't come here looking for a helping hand, but it's the right place to hire a few murderous thugs. Or for those who are in the market for something rare and exotic. Precious imports from ships are stored here until they're moved to more wealthy districts. So the docks can be a good place to rob, as long as you keep an eye out for fishy characters. And, of course, the city watch. The quarantine still has the docks cut off from the other districts, but the keeper door glyph got me past the gates. Working with the keepers isn't all bad, I guess. And I have a hunch I'm in the right place to return the favor. If the keepers are right, and there's a dark age coming, then docks is where to start searching for it. It's about as dark as this city gets.
Continue. Alright, here we are, the docks. So we got 3 rust mites to find. It's a brand new area, so we got loot to find, stuff to explore. To Old Quarter. No passing, quarantine area. By order of the City Watch, no inquiries, please. Violators will be prosecuted. So, I'm going to open this door. Return trip door, and I guess I'll head this way. There's a fire arrow in here.
Who's that? Let me get a look at you. You must be that fella Garrett. Fancy yourself a famous thief, I hear, but that don't impress me. Anyway, famous or no, old Dahlia will take care of you. If you've got artwork to sell, this is the place. But no funny business, got it?
So she's the first fence who will take our artwork, which is great. I'll buy all of your artwork and gems, are you sure?
I'm not much
Of
for
course.
handing out compliments, but no regular thief could have nabbed this much.
Alright, there's a fire arrow here. Oh, I got it already. Alright, I want to get the climbing gloves before I do anything else, because there's lots of areas in the docks that need them. She's small. No doubt. What's up, duder? I was gonna say, I recall him not going very far that direction. I was right.
Oh, they'll all be at the tavern while I'm stuck here, watching this bloody place. I sure could go for a...
How do?
Yeah, this is the shop where we can get the climbing gloves.
The store here in the docks is a great place to shop for interesting items. I should stop in.
Greetings, and thank you for shopping at the Undercurrent. Sam Swarthy, proprietor, at your service. I've been working on a motto, but it ain't done yet. So just get shopping.
Alright, so a few things. This is the place where you can buy fire arrows, of the elemental arrows.
Hope you washed your hands, and cover your mouth if you cough. There's a quarantine, you know.
So we can
and
buy...
I ain't buying that zombie ship explanation. It's the plague. Mark my words.
We can buy the silver practice lock for our apartment here. Far more importantly...
Did you find everything you want? This ain't the fanciest store, but it's what I got.
By far the most important thing are the climbing gloves.
And have a nice day.
2,000. Climbing gloves. With these gloves, you can climb any surface made of stone blocks or bricks. Jump into walls to climb them. Very good. So, we've acquired the climbing gloves upgrade. Very important. Now, can head back this direction. Need to wait for the patroller to pass by again. There's a little bit of loot up this balcony. I really want to finish off all my backtracking. So I'm going to hit the pagan territory next. Sweep back through Stone Market. Get the cornerstones. Back through South Quarter. Same thing. Then come back and properly loot the docks. And I can finally get that damn wine bottle out of South Quarter, too. It's been bothering me. Alright, so. Head over here. On the climbing wall. We can get a first little bit of loot in here. And also a nice Thief 2 reference, if I remember right. But there's a silver bracelet and some copper coins, and the note. Yep, I see more in a day than I reckon most folks ever do, like when I was gutting that mackerel. Bet nobody will believe what came out of its belly. Nobody believes old Eli. Guess they think the salt air shriveled my thinking cap. Well, maybe it did. Reminds me of the time I was working my scrimshaw when that metal whale came floating by. Made a sound I won't never forget. There was even words on it. Cetus amicus. You don't forget a thing like that. Breathed fire, too. So scared I nearly whittled my thumb off. Yeah, of course the Cetus amicus was real. You all played Thief 2, right? Alrighty. Let's go deal with these. And there's the Rustmite. Surprise. The first one.
What be's that, you havers?
A lettering from Diane. I'd be sticking it up here so them thiever Garrett, he be's reading it.
Him? Be's I want to deading him, not leaves him letters.
Me too. But Diane says him could be of using to us. Her says no kill. Not yet.
Be's you think him will reads them letter?
Be's not matter what I thinks. Diane thinkers him will, and Diane be's always right.
I'm not going to blow this one until the pagans are neutral. After my little backtrack to handle the cornerstones. Because they will definitely freak out at the explosion. Of course, and I think I may need to, like, back off from them.
That he said something against. Nothing's. What made me jumpers?
Alright, so he leaves. That's good, because I need to read that letter. Garrett, my visionings show that it bees was you who takered them Jacknal's paw from us. This crime bees punishable by deadings, but we bees knowing Victoria would want to finding another way. We offers you this deal. First you doers some things for us, then we let you live. We have enchanting your bow, so you can do us these favors. First, bees many cornerstones in them city that we have readied for you to make greening. You bees will know which cornerstones, because they have greensy markings. Use your mossing arrows on them, then our magicer vines bees will grow there. Second, we bees have elemental cocoons in our territories, shaped like the crescent moon and bees the height of a man. Fire yours elemental arrows into them, one of each type per day, and bees will add to their strengthings. When you do one of these favors, your standing with us bees will improving a little. You bees not attacks any us pagans, or steal from our territories, or we bees decreasing your standing with us. Now you bees our enemy, and you bees attacked by any pagan who finds you on them city head streets. Bees you do us enough favors, we bees will not attack you on them streets. But bees you do us very many favors, and you bees our friend and ally. We bees let you into our territories. Bees your choice. Diane, Woodsy Priestesses. New upgrade acquired. The pagans have given your bow the ability to grow vines from cornerstones marked with green symbols. Shoot the cornerstones with moss arrows. New upgrade acquired. And objective complete. So that completed the objective to go to the Doc's pagan stronghold and read the letter left for you by the pagan priestess Diane. Okay, and now our objectives are finally down to just the two the choice of two missions. I'll go and get that mite now.
Sooner or later, Ivy's killing you.
Oh, okay, maybe not yet. Maybe I should stick with my plan to finish my backtracking first and then come do the docks properly. Alright, so let's get that.
Something move?
Let's get that damn wine bottle out of South Quarter.
Well, guess it was nothing.
Let's moss the cornerstones in Stone Market and in South Quarter. Hi, Grey 4. Don't question how reading a letter enchants your bow. Just roll with it. Truly. I can't remember. Your name doesn't sound too familiar to me. If you haven't been here before, welcome to the stream. It's a pleasure to have you. Always a pleasure to find another person of culture who's a fan of Thief games.
Chumps. Losers and chumps.
Alright, gonna do Stone Market first. I don't quite remember the spread. It was 2 rust mites in Plaza and 1 in Proper. So my brain wants to say it's the opposite for the cornerstones. 1 cornerstone in Proper and 2 in the Plaza, or vice versa. 1 in Plaza, 2 in Proper. We'll find them. Shouldn't be too hard one way or the other. Oh, well, appreciate it, Grey 4. I'm glad you could catch a stream. It's good to have you here. Alright, there's our first cornerstone. Let's bag it.
Streets tonight. Got me a feeling.
Zoom. Are you talking about the playthrough of System Shock 1? That one was, well, a lot of my older content was kind of a mess, but I really love the games. I feel like my standards for actual performance have improved significantly. But I am always pleased when people who have been watching me for a while turn up here. So, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. Alright, I know there's a cornerstone here. I missed. Can't afford to be wasting moss arrows. They're not nearly as easy to find as broadheads. Oh, balls. Oh well. I mean, the biggest thing I did was I abandoned the absolute idiocy of getting drunk on camera. That was just stupid decisions I'm not proud of. But those days are behind me.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Now I just drink caffeine and eat a lot of Tic Tacs. Why can't I hit this one? It's bothering me. Okay, I'm shooting over it now. It is too bad they couldn't merge all the town maps together. I agree. That time I undershot. My goodness. I know, right, Lemming King? What in the actual... Alright. I'm gonna have to cross. Gonna have to cross. That's okay. There's just the one city watch. And I know I can make it across without him going full aggro.
Not sure. Wow! There you are! Have at thee!
I think that one worked. The graphics are just so inconsistent. So this is what I need to check out. So we've mossed one cornerstone. It shows your 3 most recent changes by default, so I think I'm actually hitting it, and it's just not changing the way... Yeah, it's just not changing like it's supposed to. That was my problem. The graphic indicator didn't kick in like it's supposed to, because, I don't know, someone dislikes me.
Greetings, Garrett.
In hindsight, I believe it's actually... I think it's 2 of each in Plaza and 1 of each in Proper. That sure seems to be the case. So... let's head back to Stone Market Plaza. Find the other one. I have a pretty good idea where it is, actually. I think it's over near Tersus Courtyard in the Keeper Library.
Pardon?
God, I really thought it was somewhere around here.
'Tis no sin, Brother Griswold.
No sin, but 'tis not the builder's work. He cavorts with common city folk, and he comes not to services.
Brother Drept has permission to scour the city for this murderer, this hag, which he has sought these many years.
Thou hast just reminded me of another thing. He hast asked to be called Inspector Drept, not brother. Surely 'tis not allowed.
'Tis a transgression indeed, but none that worries me overmuch, Brother Griswold.
Then hearken to one more grievance, Brother Mendon, that he has spent much time in the aiding of a known thief, a non-believer, a heathen to be sure. The very thief that did steal the chalice from St. Edgar.
The one standing right here?
True, I know. 'Twas Brother Drept's own idea to enlist Garrett in aiding our cause. Only time will tell if 'twas right to do so. 'Tis not for us to judge. Not yet.
Then thou wilt not call him for penitence? No flogging? No mail shirt? Nothing?
May the Builder see fit to guide us to the right path, if we have stumbled onto the wrong, Brother Griswold. But I will not punish my own, not when the forces of the trickster do surround me in the night.
All right, buddies. I feel like there's one around here. I don't think it's on the higher levels, though.
Aye, watch it.
Could be in the more direct route around the tavern. It's usually a little dicey to walk through there.
Thought I heard.
Haven't really covered it very well.
What's that then?
Could be through here.
Seeing things. Or I'm dreaming.
There it is. Alright. Let's get this one. That'll do for Stone Market.
Good to see you. Hey. Something moved? I see you.
Damn. Oh, that was annoying.
Quiet night?
I'll just have to wait till he walks around there. Next, 3 cornerstones and a wine bottle in South Quarter. But it's worth noting that with that one, the pagan status has changed to neutral. On the one hand, it seems pretty easy to get them off your backs for wanting to kill you, but on the other hand, in my headcanon at least, it's nice to remember the history Garrett has with both organizations. Because he's actually saved the Hammerites twice, if you think about it, from Constantine and from the Mechanists. And he saved the pagans once from the Mechanists. So, given that history... Did that one work? I hate it when the graphic indicator doesn't work. Because they need to, like, just do a before and after with the little status bar. Alright. Let me see. Alright, it's through the U. I'm gonna shoot it. Okay, yes, it moved. Thank you, that's what I needed to know.
You with the hood. Out of the way.
Alright, 2 more cornerstones, but before I do that, let's go get that wine bottle. The existence of which plagued my mind so much during the first episode of this playthrough. It's in a secret passage up here. Boom! There it is. Couple of flash bombs. It's also just worth noting there is a pretty neat secret passage here. a nice way to and from Black Alley that avoids the entire guard post. Alright, now 2 more cornerstones. I was gonna say, I'm sure there's one in Black Alley. Now, let me look at this again. Alright, it's on the left part of the R. Okay, that worked, and that time I actually got the heads up that my status changed. That I'm supposed to get every time, but seems to trigger 10% of the time or less. Alright, there's one more cornerstone in South Quarter. Let's find it, and then we can actually move on to the docks for good on this Day 3 segment of our playthrough.
Wait, they're back? Night like this makes you think you see things. Did something just move? Trying not to blink. I'd see it. Nothing.
Alright, now there's the last one. Right over there by the dock gate. I should be able to hit it from here. Alright, yes, good. That's it for South Park, or South Quarter. South Park. Alright, on to the docks for good this time. So in the docks, we got a bunch of loot. We got 3 cornerstones. We got 3 rust mites. Let's go. Here is cornerstone 1. Just like that, the pagans are allies. Go figure. They've gone from trying to kill me to my best friends since I left and came back. Now let's kill the rust mite. And the hammers will be allies too.
Puppy's noising over there.
Hi, friends. Now I can't remember. What I can't remember is if the arrows count as stealing. I don't think they do. But at any rate, we just can't be seen. Many moss arrows here, which is good since we've burned some doing the cornerstones. This is the elemental cocoon. There's really no point in messing with it.
I beseech you, Garrett.
It's highly redundant after, So this healing fountain's a neat thing to have access to if you take damage. Okay, so the idea here is just to not get spotted. We can watch our faction status. On the bar, we've got copper coins and a jade necklace. We were not seen taking them. 'Tis well. There's a flash bomb over here. As long as we're not seen taking it, should be good. Alright, let's read this. Juniper, them sapling tree be's held by the city fools on the docks. Now's we just needering a plan to get past them guards, and soon Diane be's making a place readies for them saplinger to grow. Shaman Hyssop. Okay. If we go upstairs, more to read, first of all. Hyssop. You will get them saplinger tree, be's a rare centuried plant that will helping us. When you having the sapling, bring her it to them abandoned inn here's in our territory and docks. There be's a patch of ground there I blessed. Plant them sapling there, and it be's will bringer us them powers rooted in them deeping earth. Diane. New note. The City Watch are holding a pagan sapling. The pagans want it planted in their hideout. The hammers want it burned, which can be done in the tavern. I'm not going to do either. I'll steal the sapling and keep it for myself. That seems like a solid neutral option to me. Okay.
Them honey, Jacksberry.
Let's get this chest open. Check my... Just keep an eye on my status. I need to make sure no one sees me take anything. I'm gonna let her turn around. Get these broadheads out of the table, because I actually need them. I've used up 7 broadheads. Yeah, DLF, I would say it does. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it looks like it for sure. Alright. They don't... I can't tell if they don't care about gear, or if they're just not seeing me take it, but I know she will care about this loot, so I need to wait until her back is to me again. Alright, here we go. They definitely do. Oh, okay. Well, good. Guess that means I'm successfully hiding then. Alright. So this is all essentially ways we can sneak around their territory if we're not allied with them, but I figure why not just take the shortcut. Alright. That leaves us some loot, 2 rust mites, 2 cornerstones left to find here in the docks proper. Alright, let's duck down into the sewers right quick. Because if memory serves, there's a mite down here. I might be wrong about that. I might be wrong about the mite. Dad jokes. If you're really desperate... Yeah, I was wrong. If you're really desperate to skip out on parts of Day 3, you can go ahead and jump into the Sunken Citadel right now. But, I mean, you have to do the Abysmal Gale eventually. It's either now or after that mission. Might as well do it now. Have a complete first trip through the docks.
Something move?
Why aren't you patrolling?
Nothing. My eyes must be going.
Come on, Benny. There we go. There's the sapling. There's the second cornerstone.
Fine-looking plant. Sure would my place a bit. Too bad I can't bring it home.
Wouldn't want it in my place.
Got it.
The only reason it's here is because they think it could be dangerous.
Dangerous? You mean poisonous or all prickly or something?
Oh, don't crash. Fucking hell! Why does it keep crashing? Especially, like, during a conversation I'm trying to listen to. Sorry. It's frustrating. I wasn't even in a trouble spot. I just wanted to listen to those dudes talk. The game's like, ha ha ha, fuck you.
That sure is a fine-looking plant. Sure would spruce up my place a bit. Too bad I can't bring it home.
Wouldn't want it in my place. Only reason it's here is because they think it could be dangerous.
Dangerous? You mean poisonous or all prickly or something?
No. Don't you ever listen to the captain? The pagans were pretty upset when we got to it before them. They were gonna plant it someplace special or something. I figure it's got some pagan witchery attached to it.
Oh, I see. I don't. It don't make sense. Why'd we take their plant away, even if it is a bit witchy? They got all kinds of herby plants, and I don't see us holding them under lock and key.
Because the Hammerites tipped off the captain. Said the pagans were gonna use it for no good or something. This here's some kind of extra rare type of greenery.
No doubt,
anyway,
Grey
them
4.
Hammers is so scared of it, they wanted to burn it up in one of their furnaces. Would have too, except the captain wanted to get to the bottom of things, and so locked it up here instead.
Don't that mean that both the pagans and the Hammers will be angry with the Cappy? At us? Maybe even, try and break in and get it?
Didn't think of it that way, but yeah, I guess you're right. Watch your back, eh, Freddy?
Yeah, so we have maxed out our pagan status already.
Yeah,
It's pretty wild.
Too. You too.
Alright, so here go the guards. I'm trying to remember exactly where they patrol. Timmy, we ain't got room in the warehouse right now. Boss says not until Friday. Your best bet is shipping it all out from there and hoping it don't rain. Hope there's nothing too valuable in that cargo. Anyways, sorry about the mix-up. Bill.
I just hear something. Hey, bloody hell!
Shit. That was dumb. I meant to mantle onto the crate without making a jump sound.
Hello there, officer.
Done goofed, as they say.
Where's that
Nothing there. No, wait, thought I heard back. Anybody there?
Alright, fellas.
Fighting there! Look to
Alright, so we stole the sapling, which just means we know that I could complete the, I could complete the side quest, if I were so inclined. Because we know I can freely enter the pagan territory already. Hi, Tara! Yes, we have stolen lots of loot.
Eyes playing tricks. Just tired, I guess.
And we've made friends with the Hammerites and the pagans, too. Good times. Alright. Here's the second Doc's Rustmite. I'm gonna wait till this guard's a little farther away.
Get back. I'll give you this. I see you.
Damn. Alright, I gotta drop down. Why does that matter, DLF? What relationship are you suggesting exists between System Shock and Diablo 2? Later, bro.
Not this again.
Just get into the darkness. There we go. Oh, September 23rd. That's what you mean by I didn't know what you meant by exactly. All right. There's the third Doc's cornerstone.
What?
zombies?
Yeah, they came from that ship, poor bastards. The Abysmal Gale.
And call me crazy, but they a bit more riled up than normal.
They're just a bit on the testy side, you know? Grumpy 'cause they're wet.
Idiot. Wet or dry, zombies don't care.
Oh, like you're an expert. Anyway, don't worry. If one of them gets you, I'll be happy to cut your leg off, or whatever it is you're supposed to do.
You taffer, you only cut off my leg if that's where one of them gets me. See?
Otherwise, there's no point.
Alright, don't get so mad. I'm just saying I help you out in a pinch, that's all.
Well, it makes me mad that I gotta explain these things all the time.
Oh, we will kill the zombies, Tara, don't you worry. We're making our way toward that ship as we speak. Right now we've got a dicey bit of loot to get. That coin on the dock crate there.
Well, guess it was nothing. I can't be wrong this time.
Then we can jump over to this ladder real quick like.
If anyone's here, they're gonna be in big trouble.
Relax. We've got a long night ahead of us.
And here's the last rust mite. They're gonna flip out. It's pretty well unavoidable. So let's just blow it. That buggo is too big. No doubt. I undershot it.
I'm gonna get the watch.
Over here! Watch out! He's armed!
Yeah, like you guys have any idea where I actually am. Okay. Now the only bit of loot left in the docks is inside the tavern, which is easy enough to get to. We can just sneak in right through here. Everybody loves us! All we had to do was moss 9 cornerstones and kill 9 rust mites. We're back to only the City Watch not liking us. Alright, in the chest up here, we have a jade ring and some reading material. Brother Vault, it has come to our attention that the pagans art after a small tree that recently arrived by boat to thy district, docks. 'Tis imperative they don't obtain it. If 'tis anything like the pagan magics thus far, 'twill be bad for us indeed. The cursed thing is being held by the City Watch. Methinks they must side with the pagans, or perhaps greed has to overcome their sense of righteousness. If thou thinkest an offer of more money would set things aright, then 'twould be a goodly plan. Brother Ondalot thinkest we should burn the tree in a furnace. That the furnace, most blessed vessel of the will of the Master Builder, will destroy the tree and consume its terrible magics. 'Tis a furnace in the tavern there in docks, and perhaps by the Builder's grace 'twill do the job, though 'tis a poor substitute for a hammerite furnace, Brother Constance. Does beer count as tavern loot? It should! Alright, little bit more. Oh, wine. A little more. There's a copper fork up here on the stairs. And then if we go down to ground level...
Gone. What a waste. Made a bloody fool of me.
Got more reading material here. The City Chronicle Extra doomed vessel arrives in docks. The merchant ship Abysmal Gale floated into port on Sunday with its captain and crew of 28 either missing or dead. Witnesses say the vessel, formerly under the command of Captain Robert Moira, seemed to steer on its own. Now under City Watch investigation, the curious are warned to keep their distance from the boat. Officer Dirk Lamar explains, "With this here cursed ship, you got your zombies, you got your ghosts, plus all the dangers of a regular ship. Drowning, splinters, what have you. With that said, this is one reporter that will indeed be keeping her distance. Additional reports indicate the possibility that undead who disembarked from the vessel may be congregating in or around the sewers. See Mavenstock." Alright. So if we head over here... Well, that's fucking dumb. I wanted the fire arrow out of the fireplace. Dislikes ghosties. Alright, come on now.
Gone. What a waste. Made a bloody fool of me.
Just get the fire arrow, Garrett. There we go. Alright, nice copper comb on the table here. In the storage room in the back, we've got a cup, a copper goblet worth 25. I think that woman upstairs actually has a purse we can pickpocket. That's the last bit of loot. That's the last bit of loot for the docks. Once we snag it, it's time to head out to the Abysmal Gale.
Oh no, I've been robbed. But how?
Time to get aboard the zombie ship.
Something.
Do you wish to leave this area and enter the Abysmal Gale? Yes. Zombie time! New objective. Get to the cargo hold down below, then find and read the ship's manifest for clues about the Compendium of Reproach. Holy water. The holy water flask bursts on impact, creating a puddle of holy water. Throw it at undead to damage them.
What happened here? Maybe there's something in the ship's manifest. The captain's log.
Come here, buddy. Don't miss, Garrett. Don't miss, Garrett. Do better. I yell at Garrett. Of course it's me. I feel like that should have killed it. A holy water flask is supposed to kill him. Kind of bizarre that it didn't. Also kind of bizarre that my fire arrow just literally went through him. You all watched it happen. Okay, this is not going so well. Let's try fire arrow to open things up. There we go. Dusted him. That did the trick. Alright, let's keep going. There's a little bit of loot in here. This first room on the left has a copper candlestick. Oh yeah, and this is the captain's quarters. We got another one here. Ruby ring, copper coins. Through here is the captain's log. Let's check it out. Captain's log, day 42. Cook outdid himself tonight. A fine meal, at least at the officer's table. And why not? We've done well on this trip, and tomorrow morning I'll announce to the men that we'll be steering for home. I'm looking forward to seeing my Edwina. I guess a scarf of hers is just as good a lucky piece as that telescope of mine. Day 43. Weather's been fine. We got a full hold and are heading for home. Should be there unless the... Apparently something happened. Something done happened. Someone done goofed. Alright, onward. There's another holy water here. this is where we came in. That one won't mess with us, as long as we give it a nice wide berth. Let's get the healing potion and the jade ring out of here. That's actually it for loot on board the ship. No, Grey 4, you can't make your water arrows holy in this one. They don't work the same way. And I don't think there's ever any holy water in Thief 2. That's only in Thief 1, if memory serves. Okay, see, that time it worked like it was supposed to. WTF, game. Whatever. Alright. That's a way down to the cargo hold. Let's check the rest of this lower level first. Another zombie just chilling in the corner. The ones that are prone only activate if you get too close to them. Oh, I was wrong. Bracelets and rings. Good to have. And that's like the official way down to the cargo hold. We got a couple of other options. Let's go down here. That's just an extra holy water, but you're not going to see me complain about that. Oh, for sure. They definitely upped their zombie sound game, I agree. I think Deadly Shadows had a lot of really good ideas. The only thing that made Deadly Shadows suck was the cross-platform release on the original Xbox. I think pretty much every bad decision it makes, or every negative gameplay change, can be tracked back to that. Nice comb. Hey, buddy. It worked. It worked like it was supposed to again. I have no idea how the game is making up its mind about whether or not holy water kills a zombie. Hi. Come to Papa. Get dead. Again. I guess sometimes it just takes two. You know, I don't think the Keeper Enforcers were such a crazy idea. It's just the only thing that makes the Enforcers stupid is the game's bigger problems with, you know, sound propagation and AI alert propagation. Like, that didn't have anything specifically to do with the Enforcers. I agree with you about Garrett's dagger. Like, why did he get rid of his sword from the first two games? It was fine. But, I digress. Okay. Into here. If memory serves, this last room is where we need to be. I think. Maybe. Well, no, that's the way out. Yeah, over here. Here we go. That one's prone, so let's just keep our distance. This note is going to complete our objective. Ship's Manifest. Been a fine take, but nothing real exotic like the last trip, like that golden slab with the strange symbol. Now that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Couldn't seem to make a dent in it or split it up, so I took the whole thing home with me. Captain's prerogative. Edwina doesn't know, wouldn't want her to. She'd just ask questions, and she wouldn't like the answers. That I'm less of a merchant ship captain and more of a pirate. And we only found that gold slab because we saw a cave that looked like a good place to hide some of our haul. And lo and behold, someone else must have thought it was a good hiding place too, because there was the treasure. Some traps around it too. Lost a few good men that day. Edwina doesn't have to know all that, does she? Heck, she'd just fret and worry. Like that time she found out about the secret boathouse near the cliffs by our home. I had a real time of it trying to explain that one. Objective complete.
The object described in the manifest must be the compendium the Keepers are looking for. Sounds like it was brought to Captain Moira's house.
Alright, new map acquired. So we've now completed the objective to enter the ship called the Abysmal Gale in the docks to see if it's related to the Compendium of Reproach that the Keepers are searching for. We have completed get to the cargo hold down below, then find and read the ship's manifest for clues about the Compendium of Reproach. And we are now finally done with day 3. The only thing left to do is pick our next mission. Find a boat in the docks and take it to Captain Moira's seaside mansion to steal the Compendium of Reproach. Which is, I think, what I'm going to do for the 4th mission. So we need to get out of the ship. Fortunately, that's pretty easy with this handy exit ladder right here. Yes, please, take me back to the docks. I would love that. And it just spits us out right here. How handy. Okay. So, can nip back through here. Gotta be careful of these 2 guards. Because the boat that takes us to Moira's is down there. At that end of that dock. Just keep an eye on these guys.
Sounded almost like... Probably just heard the echo of my own footsteps.
Alright. I'm going to make a hard save here, and I am going to go ahead and cut the stream for today. I think this has gone very well, actually. That was 3 hours. That's a very solid length. We did St. Edgar's Eve, and we did all of day 3. We've completely cleared the entirety of South Quarter, Stone Market, and the docks now in terms of loot, including the collectibles. We found all 9 currently accessible rust mites and pagan cornerstones. We've done everything we possibly can except finally pick another mission. So the next Thief 3 stream, when it pops up in the rotation, we will be headed to the House of Widow Moira, which is a very fun mission. Kind of creepy. Like, it's no Shalebridge Cradle, but I find it kind of unnerving in its own right. Like, they definitely did some really good work in this one. It's one of my favorites in this game. So, thanks very much for watching. If you're new here, I hope you'll give the channel a follow if you haven't already. If you're watching later on YouTube, first of all, please bounce over to the Twitch channel, give it a follow, and like and subscribe over here. That would be grand. And as far as raids go, well, it looks like our good friend Zippy just signed on. He's going to play some XCOM 2. So I will raid us over to Zippy, as we so often do. But the way our stream timing works out, lately he seems to always be getting started right as I am ending. So that's perfect. For those of you who don't know him, I hope you'll give Zippy a follow. He's a really, really chill, fun streamer. He's good at the games he plays. He's into pretty deep strategy games. He plays a lot of XCOM. I've seen him playing Tarkov before. He's also... I think he's playing through KOTOR right now, but he's just a really warm, friendly dude. He's super interactive, and he's a really, really big supporter of my channel, so I hope that you will help me return the favor by participating in the raid and giving Zippy a follow. So I'm going to issue the raid. I'll hang out at Zippy's for a bit and chat with you all there, and I will see you next week. The next game in the rotation is, of course, all the way back to Diablo 1, and I think I will be streaming again on Tuesday. Don't hold me to that. That's the earliest it'll be. Thanks again. See y'all at Zippy's, and hopefully next week. Good night.